How's it going, everybody? Mike here. What I want to do today is talk about, as you saw in the title, a very specific viral meme that took off probably a month or so ago, and just I don't even know how to describe it, but first I was thinking in my mind, like, is it sleazy that people do this kind of stuff? Is it like stealing? Is it breaking the rules? But just I guess the way that I would summarize it is mistakes that people are making, or maybe playing with risky behavior with merch by Amazon that could honestly get your account deactivated. Like, you can actually lose your account if you keep doing these things for what could be a very nice profit, but a very short-term profit and short-term, I guess, business strategy. Now, you're asking yourself, what are you talking about? You're on a completely different screen. That's because I wanted to actually do a video about, a specific niches that are trending, some of the keywords, as you can see here. So because that was my plan, I'm just going to show you guys this page quickly. This is the Merch Informer Niche Hunter, and these are the products that have the most search volume over this week, and then today, and then I guess most recently. So basically what you're looking at here is Jesus Superhero shirt, and I was looking at this, and I think it's a YouTube channel. It has, of course, a religious spin to it. This is my crab eating shirt, and look at the search volume. Like, search volume is extremely high for all of these. Sarcastic shirts, these always sell. It's a boy, so pregnancy announcement shirts, and then we get into some other things here. So you guys feel free to pause and look at this information. But now let's get to what I started talking about. So when I went to the trend tracker, and so my first thing is, like, I'll look at some of the niches, and then I'll go into, and I start looking at more information that basically gives us, I guess, any ammunition that we can get to kind of get ahead of the game. And then this is the screen that I got to. So this is the trend tracker for the last month. So period 1 month, average BSR under 100,000, and then these are the Merch by Amazon shirts in the US. You have this information here: lowest price $13.99, highest price $21.99. Anyways, average BSR, look at this, 10,949. So let's go, Brandon. Just before I actually get and scroll through this, let's talk about what this is. And that would be this screen here. So this is the Know Your Meme. If you ever are actually curious about, why something is viral, why something is a meme, this is where I usually go. So basically what happened, there was a NASCAR race. NASCAR racer Brendan Brown was talking to a NBC journalist, and as people in the background were, chanting F Joe Biden, the newscaster basically said that instead of F Joe Biden, they were saying, let's go Brandon. And people don't know if that was kind of like it says here, damage control, or if she, didn't know, or who knows. Anyways, after that happened, basically, let's go Brandon just took off. This is very recent. Let's see if we can actually find a date. Added 20 days ago. So about 20 days ago. So that happens, and the meme takes off, and then of course, these products are put on merch, and they start selling. So this is the screen that we get to. Period 1 month, under 100,000 BSR, right? So look at this. First 3 products, let's go Brandon. Look at the sales here. 1,000, 1,700, 1,800. So second row of products, let's go Brandon. F Joe Biden. Third, let's go Brandon. Let's go Brandon. Fourth, same thing, NASCAR symbol here. Oh, there's MTV, but let's go Brandon. And again, keep looking at these sales, right? This is incredible stuff. What else do we have? Fishing. Let's go Brandon. Again, stealing NASCAR symbols and colors. Oh, we keep scrolling. Let's go Brandon. F Joe Biden. And then we finally get to, you know, a few random ones. And again, we still get Let's Go Brandon. So these have been the top selling products the whole month, at least for the last 20 days. And there was always a question of, you know, is this number one trademarked? At the beginning, the answer was no. But again, because it was so closely associated with NASCAR, with NASCAR racer, there's a personality, right? All of that was questionable behavior. So then my intro to this video, where I'm saying people are taking risky behavior for, I guess, you know, I'm not in a situation where, for example, $1,300, because I'm thinking like if we're talking about profits, this is like probably what, 90-cent profits. If $1,000 or $2,000 for you is worth losing your merch account, then I say do it, you know, go for it. But for me and for people that are thinking about the long-term game here, it's not worth it. So I would never take this kind of a risk, right? But a lot of people are. And here's what I'm talking about. These products are not up anymore. Let's look at this one here. Taken down. Let's look at this one here. Taken down. Let's look at this one here. Taken down. There's another one. There's another one. One more, right? So I think I proved my point with the fact that all of these have been taken down. And now the question is, what will Merch or Amazon do about this? Chances are most likely nothing, but we don't know that, right? Because they might go through a review process and see who's been, you know, listing these products and when, and did it go against any of the, you know, policies and rules that Merch by Amazon has in place. So I was actually thinking about this. I was like, let's see if these people are actually doing something wrong. So let's go. We've seen that one. So I started looking at, you know, Let's Go Brandon trademark. And here it is. So on October 4th, somebody did actually file for a trademark. So registration date, number, and all that kind of stuff is not available. But there is a trademark under that quote, and it's for clothing, and this is the original application here, and basically, yeah, there is a trademark application. So if you know, this is trademarkia.com, and if you keep looking, it's there. So I don't think that Amazon's going to go through and you know, ask, has this been approved? Is this in the final stages? If there is an application, if it's a live application, and especially if it's, you know, clothes, and let's see if there's a little more information. There's I don't want to flash the name there of the person. I mean, this is public information, so you can find it easily. But basically, it is for T-shirts, it is for clothing, stickers, hats, and bags. So there is a trademark. So all of these people, right? For what? For $1,000? Some of them not even $1,000 have kind of taken such a risky behavior, such a risky move that to me it doesn't make any sense, right? And that's kind of when I went from the point of this video being, let's do some, you know, a niche research, to, you know, stop taking these kinds of risks. Because and one thing that I've been kind of saying over at least a couple of months, but that it's been my belief, you know, since I got merch, my merch account, is that this is a long-term game. I see a lot of people, you know, making a few $1,000 here and there every month. You know, my average is $1,000 in profits. But there are people that are making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in royalties every single month. And I bet you any money that none of them would even take a chance and put up a product that's similar to something like this, because they understand the power of merch, the opportunity that it creates, and then of course, you know, how risky this is. So that's it. That's the video. I honestly, the message that I want to send it to everybody, especially new people, is don't do it. It's honestly not worth it. Look at these pages. Like, these are all the products that have been taken down. For me, you know, I've had merch for a couple of years. The only time that I've actually ever had products taken down is when I've had a product up for a year and then they introduce a policy that goes, for example, against that product. And this happened to everybody. For example, Amazon would go through all the listings and start taking them down based on that new policy. But I have, high confidence that something like that doesn't actually harm the status of your account, because the policy was introduced later. And if you ever actually had to appeal their decision, that's very easy to prove. To say, okay, I listed this product in 2018, 2019. You introduced the policy in 2021. So that makes sense. But this kind of stuff is very clear, like especially this, So that's it. Don't do it. This is to me very like amateur mistakes, and your Merch by Amazon account could be gone. Anyways, that's it. Let me know how you guys are doing. As always, thank you for watching.